This video is sponsored by Squarespace, the place to go to set up your own website or online store.
Come to meet Dan, but he's having a haircut. I just walked straight past him. There we go. All right. Are you okay? Can we give him a Kim Jong? He's going to a show. That's why he's having his hair sorted before he goes, I guess. So, not long ago, I was fiddling about with Dan's Light Lens Lab 35mm f2 8-element. I liked it so much, I went out and bought a Light Lens Lab lens right here. It's the Elcan. In my sort of humble opinion, this is the best reasonably priced 50mm M-mount lens you can get. Actually, that's a lie, because you probably won't be able to get it very soon because they're going to stop making this. Apparently, after they're finished selling this batch, that's it. They're done with it. So this is going to be the best reasonably priced 50mm M-mount lens you could have got. The first lens that they made was basically a copy of Leica's 35mm, something from the first version, and it's very expensive to buy now. So they went and made something which is basically a copy.
Oh, you mean the Leica one is very expensive?
Yeah. The one that they made was, originally it was like $500 or something like that. Now, that has been doing quite well. They've put it up and it's about £1,000 now. So this one is a copy of the Elcan, which is a lens made for military use. Just in case you're wondering what an Elcan is, Elcan comes from Ernst Lights, Canada. This one is an Elcan 50mm. It was designed by Gary Edwards, Walter Mandler, and Eric Wagner. It's a 4-element design. In a way, you can see it as a stripped down Summicron. The Summicron of the time had 6 elements, so this had 2 elements less, which allowed it to be much more compact.
Only 460 sets were sold to the military, 55 to the general public. What that means is serious Leica nerd money.
But why exactly was it designed like this for military use? Well, it has 4 elements. They're all airspace, so no cemented together elements. So it would seem that for military use, it would be more for durability than anything else. It's a dream lens for any Leica collector, more for its rarity than unique ability. I wouldn't say it's special optically, but size and shape of it is quite unique amongst other M-mount lenses. This is a 50mm. Leica doesn't make a f2 50mm that's that compact, other than the original Elcan. So that's why I like it. I like the idea, but I don't want to buy the original, obviously. And it's quite well made.
The original will be better off in display cabinets of rich collectors. This lens is meant to be used, and there's a lot of love about the compact 35mm Summicron-like form factor. It's what rangefinders are made for.
So they've tried to replicate the original as much as possible, so the aperture ring swings the wrong way compared to other Leica lenses, just like the Elcan lens. The reason being, well, I don't know for sure because I don't have Walter Mandler's phone number and he's no longer with us anyway, but I've read somewhere that it's because they wanted the aperture ring to swing exactly the same way as military Nikon gear. But good news for people who like their rings to swing the right way, the focus ring does swing the right way. And it's got a nice big focusing tab as well to make it easy to operate and focus when you've got gloves on. But one thing to note is that it has got quite a long focusing throw. It's quite surprising to see that closest focusing that it kind of swings up like that. I mean, it goes so far this way that when you're focusing to the closest focusing distance, you're actually looking at your finger through the viewfinder. Yes, I need to put some cream on my fingers, don't I? Feels so good.
I heard some customers saying that their lenses are too heavy.
Well, that's because they're like too much brass. It's really impressively put together, and it probably weighs more than a Leica. I don't know because I've never handled one, because this uses all brass. The original uses brass and a bit of aluminum, whatever you call it. Yeah, these are made of brass. So they tried to use the same materials, even down to the lens. They use lead glass. Yeah, don't lick it. It's not a poison thing, it's just don't put your saliva all over my lens, please.
I kind of like it. They put it the Chinese written on made in China. They make it like they proud of it.
Yeah.
And I like the fonts. I mean, there's something about a lot of Chinese manufacturers, like they are really bad at font choice.
Yeah.
This is good. This is very dignified kind of font choice. Almost like those stamps. Is it called stamp?
Yeah.
The point is, it's quite a tastefully done product, but how does it function as a lens? With 2 elements less, is this Summicon-like? Well, no, but it's really not far off. Wide open has a special characteristic which is pleasing for people shots, which is a nice way of saying it's a little bit soft. Just a tad soft, but otherwise good. Likeable soft. Like the ice cream you get from ice cream vans. I was expecting it to be softer than it is wide open. There's actually plenty of definition done in a smooth way, if that makes sense. There is a fair amount of contrast and it doesn't flare as much as I thought it might, although you can get some rainbow flares, which is cute. And the bokeh, well, sometimes it has some edges to the bokeh balls, but they're not hard edged rings. It doesn't swirl like some classic lenses, but the out of focus elements look great. They melt away nicely. It's just a lovely lens to use with images that aren't overly classic, to the point where you have to tell yourself it's a glow to make yourself feel better about soft and mushy images. Alternatively, you could go for the Zeiss ZM50mm Sonar. It's bigger but faster, very lovely bokeh, wide open. Although it can look a bit nervous with some bright highlights, it looks really good at f2, a bit smoother than the Light Lens Lab. The one problem with Sonar though is that it suffers from some focus shift. With rangefinder focusing, although it's right on the money at f2, it's slightly front focused at f1.5 and then more back focused at smaller apertures than f2, which you will notice less as you get more depth of field. The Light Lens Lab, no such problem. It might be slower, but it is the better compact 50 without the faff of the Zeiss. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you want to set up your own domain, online retail space or website, it's super simple to get started and make your next move with Squarespace. With an easy to use interface filled with loads of templates and backed up with 24/7 customer service. You can try it out with a 14-day free trial and get 10% off your first order with this link and discount code.
A waist level viewfinder.
Oh, that's great.
It is, isn't it?
It looks like a little funky bum bag there.
Oh, I used to have one of these, T3.
He's kind of had his hair cut. It looks the same, doesn't it?
Where are you guys?
Yeah, sure. Where do you want me?
Anywhere.
Anywhere. Okay.
Sit.
What, with me or just of me?
With you.
Oh, okay.
Look up to the sky.
He's
Look up to the ceiling. Yeah. Look at each other. Look at each other. Cheek. Yeah, that's it.
gang signs.
It's blurry. Out of focus.
You need to retake.
A few more, come on.
This
Few images.
How is it blurry? That's not blurry.
Yeah, that's not blurry, but...
some of the 70 shots you took are out of focus.
Some of the 70 shots I took are out
Yeah.
of focus. You need a better iPhone. You can send it to him.
Yeah, if you want.
He's been annoyed now. His credibility as a photographer has been questioned today. It's like, your shots are blurry. He's gone over there to sulk.